hero. What a pleasure to have you here with us. So come on, tell us, what can people expect going in to watch Picture This?
They can expect to laugh and laugh and laugh, and then when they're almost tired of laughing, they're going to start to feel. And then when they're almost tired of feeling, they're going to laugh again, and it will be a mixture of laughter and feels.
I was eavesdropping on what you just said a second ago. Like, everyone keeps saying, like, oh, rom-coms are back, but do you feel like, did they go away anywhere? And how...
I'm kind of repeating what I've been heard about them going anywhere. I haven't been keeping tabs, but I believe the people who have said about rom-coms going somewhere, maybe taking a little dip, and it sounds like people are fuming about that. So we're happy to be part of a team that's trying to bring them back.
And I do feel like it has got splashes of those that I watched growing up, like Bridget Jones or Notting Hill, Bending Like Beckham. What were some of the rom-coms you loved when you were growing up?
I've almost tired this, but I think it's such a good film. It doesn't get tired. 10 Things I Hate About You might be mine. But then also, this is a cheeky one, but Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I think you can, maybe not rom-com, but it's definitely rom. So yeah, they're two of them that I'd put up there.
I like how this film kind of like leans into a lot of those tropes, but it also brings something quite fresh. What do you think it takes from the genre, but also brings that's new to it?
It's tough. It's always hard to put your finger on like what makes something contemporary because it becomes so natural to us. We forget what that is. Maybe it's the setting. I think the world that they create, a Hackney that looks like modern day Hackney. I feel like when we think about rom-coms, we've been doing press talking about them, we're always referencing ones that are 10, 15 years back. So I wonder if it's just the world that's been created by the great set deck teams and locations people to find us places that really feel like the world we live in today.
And tell us about your character. How did you approach playing him? What did you love most about playing him?
Do you know what I loved about Charlie was how kind of down to earth and grounded he was, and I feel like when you want to create a character who your love interest might want to pursue as their love interest, or your central character might want to pursue as their love interest, I feel like there's a temptation to make them elaborate, flamboyant, the centre of attention, like a showman. And I think there's something about Charlie that's refreshingly, realistically just grounded and down to earth and reliable and dependable.
And I love the character of Pierre. I feel like, like people talk about the Fleabag effect, sort of like these female characters that aren't afraid to be a bit messy and not have their shit together. And you guys have an incredible chemistry.
I like that. Yeah.
What was it like working opposite Simone and seeing her bring this character to life?
Simone's incredible. I feel like from the moment I walked onto set, I felt like she's got this perfect marriage of like great work ethic and attention to detail, but also like creates an environment where you feel like you're not at work. You're working hard, you're making sure you get it right, you're being very professional and you're on time, but it doesn't feel like strict work. We're having fun and we're enjoying the process, and I don't think it's easy to get the balance of those two kind of traits.
Did you have a favourite moment or anything that went wrong? I mean, there's lots of witty exchanges, you've got like the big set pieces.
Favourite scenes are possibly scenes that I wasn't in, like the other dates for me, because when I watch as an audience member, they're fresh and new to me and I didn't know what to expect, and I really enjoyed them. In terms of filming, there's a scene, one of the wedding ceremonies where we're by the pool and you've got Phil Dunster, who is just a comedic genius and the most lovely guy, and I think that was like a 2 or 3 day shoot, and I just remember just having laughs during takes and after takes, and it was like the walking on coals and the yoga by the pool. It was just a 3 day stretch on the nicest location, just having a lot of laughs and chilling by a pool in the sun with great people.
Do you have a favourite line, whether it was yours or someone else's?
It's going to be one of Luke's probably. I don't know. I'm going to go for the delivery on the middle-aged man in lycra moment that made the trailer, so it's a good one.
And in terms of takeaways, I mean, I do feel like there's a bit of nostalgia, a bit of escapism.
It's the other trailer moment where Asim says, I would stab a baby in the face for your porn stretch. I think he probably threw out like 100 that would have made people laugh out loud, but in the edit they can only pick so many, but I think he's a gold mine for comedy.
In terms of takeaways, there is that nostalgia, there is that escapism, but it also does feel incredible to have like a different community put front and centre in a film like this, and perhaps we are seeing some of those stereotypes being broken of what we're used to seeing on screen.
100%. It's an honour and a privilege to play a small part in telling a story that and being part of a film that represents people who haven't been represented enough before. But Simone said a lot in interviews today that I've learned from that I think is important to note. You need to get the balance of realising how important it is to have that representation, but not lean so much into it. You lose what's so great about all the romances and rom-coms that have come before. So I think she enlightened me to that fact, and I think it's bang on. But yeah, as I say, honour and a privilege.
And quickly, what have you got coming up next? Or who would you love to work with in the future? Director, actor?
There's loads of people I'd love to work with. Nothing straight off the top of my head in terms of that, but I have just wrapped on Young Sherlock for Prime Video, which I'm very, very excited about. So more on that later, but tonight it's picture this.
Indeed. Well, I've really enjoyed this moment. Enjoy tonight. Huge congrats on the film. Lovely to chat to you. Thank you. Cheers.